Mr. Hamilton, are you aware that Chairman Jordan filed multiple amicus briefs in the case of Missouri v. Biden, now called Murphy versus Missouri?
I am.
And in fact, you are the attorney of record on those briefs, is that correct?
I am one of the attorneys.
Okay.
Correct.
Thank you. Were you provided access to the committee's transcribed interviews and deposition transcripts as part of the work and preparation of those briefs?
I was provided with, yes, information, absolutely.
And that included transcribed interviews and depositions?
I was provided with lots of information. I'm not going to get into all the details here because doing so would reveal the existence of communications between an attorney and a client.
Okay, that's fine. Do you, in your briefs, one of those instances of those briefs, you claimed that the FBI witness told the committee that the supposed Biden laptop was real, quote unquote, suggesting that the FBI had authenticated it. Do you recall that?
Do you have the brief in front of you?
Yes.
Could you read it to me? And I'll let you know if I recall it.
Okay, can you hold the time for me, Mr. Chair?
Sure.
Thank you. Page 21. Okay. Is it which one? Okay. Reading from the brief on page 28 of the brief that's listed, brief representatives Jim Jordan, Kelly Armstrong, Andy Biggs, Dan Bishop, etc., that was filed with the court on page 28. It states that, but of course the FBI knew not just the absence of evidence suggesting any foreign connection, the FBI knew the laptop was real. Do you recall that?
I do recall.
Okay. Do you also recall that when the individual stated, the witness later said that, suggesting that the FBI had authenticated it? However, that completely ignored the fact that the witness later said in that same transcription, that same interview, that anyone who claimed that the laptop had been authenticated would be, quote, misrepresenting her testimony. Do you recall her having said that?
I can't tell you today if I recall that or not.
Okay, so your brief suggests that one particular nonprofit, well, your brief then does not give the whole story by stating that the individual said the laptop was real from the FBI, misrepresenting that it had been authenticating, when she just meant that it existed, not that it had been authenticated. Do you know that difference?
Are you disputing the reality of Hunter Biden's laptop?
I am disputing your brief, which makes it seem that the authentication of what was in the laptop was there.
But so I'm trying to understand where you're going. Are you trying?
I just asked
are you disputing the contents of Hunter Biden's laptop?
I am disputing that it had been authenticated by the FBI. Do you know if it had been authenticated by the FBI?
Whether the FBI authenticated it or not, the existence of it was authenticated.
You said it had in the brief.
You're getting into.
You said it had in the brief. That's the point. Moving on. I could go literally for hours. Your brief wrongly suggests that one particular nonprofit is in fact a government entity and even includes a graphic from that nonprofit website that was cropped to omit language stating that the nonprofit is autonomous, meaning it's independent from the government. Literally on and on. It's just like this hearing of misrepresentations of the truth. I yield back.
Fanbase is pioneering a new era of social media for the creator economy. This next generation social media app with over 600,000 users is raising $17 million, and now is your chance to invest. For details on how to invest, visit startengine.com/fanbase or scan the QR code. Another way we're giving you the freedom to be you without limits.